Let's also take our viewers through some more details that we have now accessed with regards to how exactly was the funding really taking place. Not to forget that the recce of these places would have required some amount of funding. Where did it really come in from? Who were the people who were essentially used in it? Now, sources have essentially informed Republic that the funding angle is still being probed. However, in the charge sheet, they make a mention of that Sharik was actually getting online payments through constant transfer that was taking place. The money was paid to the account through cryptocurrency is what we are picking up. The money was being deposited to an account in the name of Sarla Devi. There's also an involvement of a colonel. We'll try and get in Prajwal on this as to who exactly is this colonel that they are referring to, who had also sent an ATM card in the name of Sarla Devi to Sharik. Sharik had in fact got the ATM card through Maz Munir Ahmed, who was also one of the accused in the Shivamoga trial blast case. Sharik had basically started using this ATM card only after the Shivamoga trial blast case and was used to make payouts in the cash only so that not to leave any digital evidence behind. So let me just quickly recap this while we also get Prajwal back on the screen right now, getting us more details. Prajwal, in the chart sheet that we've actually gone through an exhaustive list of payments that have taken place. What I've also picked up from a preliminary understanding of the chart sheet is that there were frequent transfers that were taking place, but the transfers were not in huge amounts. Essentially, typically of what you would actually see in cases like this, that so that it does not raise an alarm bell, they would have lower amount of transfers that would take place, and that would have essentially been done in a very clandestine manner. But what basically strikes here the most is the fact that cryptocurrency was also used, and this is exactly where the fear comes in from, that how cryptocurrency is now essentially being misused. Now, as per this particular charge sheet, they also make a mention of a colonel. Could you just help us understand who this colonel are they really referring to? Or was this some sort of a code name that was largely used so that it does not really perhaps raise any sort of suspicion?
You know, down south, Shravan, may it be in the state of Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, this particular name of this online handler, Colonel, has now been mentioned in many cases, and he's been wanted by the NIA in over 19 cases amounting to terrorism, human trafficking, and also under the UAPA Act, and also bringing in explosives and funding them, and he mainly operates from the Middle East. If sources are to go by, there is a clear hunch that this Colonel might be none other than yet another resident of Karnataka, and who is also a resident of Tirthalli. Incidentally, the same village where Mohammad Sharik also hails from. He goes by the name of Abdul Mateen Taha, who has been absconding since 2019 after a case was registered against him in the Sadagunte Palya police station case, where he was wanted for the murder of a Tamil Nadu police person by the name of Wilson. After which, Abdul Mateen Taha has largely disappeared off the map too, but his name was again heard in Karnataka in the Shivamoga trial blast case, the recent case of the Ballari ISIS unit where 5 people were taken into custody as well, and the key mastermind Muniz was also radicalized by the same colonel as well. But very interestingly, now the NIA has also put in a money of around 5 lakh rupees to whoever goes ahead and gives in the identity of Abdul Mateen Taha. But is Abdul Mateen Taha and the colonel the same person is something that needs to be determined. But if what sources are to go by, his pinpoints and the last known geographical locations points to a country in the Middle East as well. And also now going ahead and looking at the sort of funding over here, Shravan, there is mainly the Tor browser, the dark web, which has largely been used. But what has been very shocking over here is the fact is that 2 identities of Indians which has been misused by this colonel. First and foremost, a person by the name of Saral Devi. The NIA has gone ahead and investigated, but it looks like it's a fictitious name and they have come to dead ends. And therefore, Sharik initially, for the first 1 month after he finished his recce in Kerala and landed in Mangaluru to go ahead and conduct this blast in any of the holy places or the BJP office, he had lost his ATM card which had the name of Saral Devi and this was obtained through his associate Maz Munir Ahmad. But what is very shocking is that after 1 week, after he loses his ATM card, there is yet another identity card, but this time it is not a fictitious character, but it is registered in the name of Pinky Raj Ahawat, yet another woman from Madhya Pradesh. And this was very shocking because the woman herself did not know that there were funds that was being transferred into her account, and the identity cards as well as the SIM cards that was used was also issued in her name, and this has been revealed in the NIA investigations. And from what we get to understand, the cryptocurrencies were basically converted on Telegram groups, and later the money was taken through the agents called as the POS agents, or the point of system of relay, where the money is exchanged, and Sharik used to give them commissions as well. And as you rightly pointed out, all these amounts were transferred with less than 1 lakh rupees. There has been 4 major transactions which amounts to more than 1 lakh rupees. One to a sum of 2.58 lakh rupees, the other to a sum of 3,72,000, and yet another to 4,83,000. Apart from this, they have all been small transactions, and they have been directly given to the vendors from where these raw materials for going ahead and assembling these explosives was used, so that they would not be able to track. But the clincher for the National Investigation Agencies has been in the month of December in 2022, exactly 27 days after the Mangaluru cooker bomb blast took place, where they arrested one by the name of Akshay Raj alias Royal Sonu, who was using various telegram groups called as Bitcoin Mall, BTC Empire and BTC World. And this was something which was very important, and then he reveals the details that there has been multiple crypto transactions which has happened between him and Sharik, and also a group of other associates as well, Shawan.